Hello and welcome everyone to the Southern California Edison Retirement Workshop. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kerry Facer, co-founder of Warren Street Wealth Advisors. I want to thank you for joining this retirement planning webinar. And real quick, before we get going, I want to let everybody know that's listening in that we are going to be giving away our retirement planning toolkit at the end of this webinar. And in that toolkit, we're going to include our budget template worksheet, our net worth scorecard, and a retirement checklist, absolutely free. All you have to do is text us and say, send me my toolkit. And you can text us at 714-876-6200. So let's get started. Today I want to share with you the 3 things you should know to retire from Southern California Edison with confidence. Number 1, know your 401k. Know your 401k and all your options that are available to you. 2, how to deal with company stock inside your 401k. And last, the SCE pension. Should you take the lump sum or the annuity? Now, inside the 401k, there are 3 options. There's a target date options, and if you don't like that, there's 7 funds available to build your own target date. And if that doesn't work for you, then what you can do is open up a Tier 3 option, PCRA account with Charles Schwab, and this is where you can manage your own investments at Charles Schwab, or if you want, you can hire a firm like ours to manage your investments for you. And we obviously recommend the Tier 3 option because you have more access to investments, but just because you have more choices doesn't necessarily make it easier or better, and so navigating that course alone can be difficult. We recommend if you love investments and you love doing research, and this is something you're very confident and comfortable in doing, this is the place for you. If you're trying to find a firm before you retire and you want to try someone out, such as Warren Street Wealth Advisors, this is the place where you can actually have us manage your 401k while you're working. You don't need to be retired. You don't need to be 59 and a half. You don't need to even have to work at Edison for a specific number of years. If you're eligible in the 401k plan, this option is open to you. Now, what about Financial Engines? Now, Financial Engines is a company like ours, or a registered investment advisor, that can manage investments for you. But the downside with Financial Engines is they can only manage what's in the Tier 2 options. And in the Tier 2 options, those choices are 7. So they only have 7 choices, and it's not to pick on Financial Engines. They're doing their best, but they only have 7 choices to pick from. So why we like the Tier 3 choice is we have thousands of choices. So some of the things that we do and have done for our clients in the past is buying real estate and also gold. Those are available options for our clients at Charles Schwab. They're not in the core lineup, and they probably never will be, to be honest, and it doesn't make them good, bad, better, or worse. But the point is, if you want some diversifiers, you want something outside of your normal stocks and bonds, that's the place to get them. So the other thing, too, about Financial Engines is they don't take a look at your total world where we do. We're comprehensive advisors. We're investment managers. We want to take a look at your total financial picture when we pick the investments for you. Number 2, company stock in your 401k. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it could be. Remember Enron? Remember deregulation? These are the things that we worry about when someone owns all Edison stock inside their 401k plan. So how do we solve this problem? Real simple, diversify. Now, how to handle your pension? Probably the biggest question we get is, should you take the lump sum or should you take the annuity? What we made for you here is a lump sum versus annuity option chart. Now, let's take a look at these. The pros of the lump sum: flexibility in access and use of funds. You can defer taxes on the income you don't need. You have the ability to reinvest into markets. And you have a legacy and inheritance planning choices. It'll improve your net worth balance sheet or your personal balance sheet. But the downside of the lump sum is the access to the lump sum could create poor spending habits in retirement. It is subject to market and investment risk. And if not properly handled, could create a taxable event. All we're talking about is when you retire, that check you receive for your lump sum benefit from the pension has to be deposited into your IRA within 60 days. If you do not get it into your IRA within 60 days, it does become taxable. And the annuity, the pros: guaranteed income for life of the annuitant, no market fluctuations, same guaranteed payment for the rest of your life and the rest of your spouse's life, and the opportunity to receive more benefit than the lump sum if you do live long enough. But the downside to the annuity, if you don't live long enough, you might not see the full value of those benefits. You do lose a little bit of control, or actually I'd say you do lose all control over the timing of cash flows. And it is that same fixed payment for life. There are no COLAs or cost of living adjustments to that monthly income. And last, the income is contingent on the longevity of the employer. So it is dependent on how well Southern California Edison does in the future and if they are around. Now, we think they will be, but that is one thing to take into consideration. Well, those are the hot items. We want to make sure everybody knows we are giving away two things here. We're giving away a free 30-minute retirement consultation where we can help you find out if you're grandfathered, maybe even run a projection. If you need to, we always do this, but as a help with a conference call and EIX benefits to request your paperwork. And you can ask us how you think you're doing, how we think you're doing towards retirement. Ask questions about your portfolio, and also find out how we've helped hundreds of people retire from Southern California Edison with confidence. Now, if you're not ready to schedule a consultation, but you still want help, what you can do is call or text us, and we will give you our retirement toolkit for free. That's right, we are giving this away. And inside there is going to be your retirement checklist, budget template, net worth scorecard, and our 12 keys to retiring from Southern California Edison with confidence white paper. All you have to do again is call or text 714-876-6200. Again, 714-876-6200. And say, send me my toolkit. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We wish you all the best of luck towards retirement, and we hope we can help you along the way.